Lesson 1, Wages and Salaries. So when you're calculating wages and salaries, the way that you find your total pay is you take your hourly rate, which is your wage, and you multiply it by how many hours you worked. And to find your hourly rate, you would take however much, or your total pay, and you would divide it by how many hours worked. So you can do both. So Marcus worked as an electrician and he earns $24.68 per hour. It takes him 15 hours for one job. How much will he earn? So we take $24.68 and you multiply it by 15 hours. So altogether, he should make $370.20. And that is how much he worked for his total hours. Last week, Chi worked 34 hours cutting lawns, and his gross income was $329.12. We want to find the hourly wage, so we take $329.12, and we divide it by 34 hours, and we get $9.68 per hour. And please make sure that when you're dealing with money, that you round your cents properly, because a cent matters. Okay, for when you're doing time cards, so when you work places where you have to punch in, punch out, or you work certain hours, you don't always work a full hour. So when you work 15 minutes, we know that that's 15 minutes out of 60 minutes. And if you take 15 and divide it by 60, that's the same as 0.25. So when you're converting 15 minutes to decimals, you go 0.25. If you wanted 30 minutes, half an hour, you go 30 over 60. And think half an hour means a half, so 0.5. 45 minutes is the same as 45 out of 60. You divide that, you get 0.75. So when you're converting, and 60 minutes is 60 over 60, which is 1. So when you're doing time cards, you will use these things. This is why we use a quarter of an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Those where those words come from. So that is why we have to use 0.25s, 0.5s, and 0.75s. Those are the most important things you need to remember for the next example. Okay, Gregor works for a company and he earns $19.99 per hour. We need to find out how many hours he worked this week to figure out how to pay for them. For Sunday, he worked 0 hours. For Monday, he worked from 8 till 9, till 10, till 11, till 12, till 1, till 2, till 3, till 4. So that's an 8-hour shift. And don't feel silly if you count them out on your fingers, because 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, it kind of helps sometimes so that you get the right hours. So the next one, we go from 8:15 to 9:15 to 10:15 to 11:15 to 12:15 to 1:15 to 2:15 to 3:15. We can't go all the way to 4:15. Or to 4. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours. We also need to get from 8:15 to 4 another 45 minutes. So we need 3/4 of an hour, so 0.75. So this shift he worked 7.75. Wednesday he worked from 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Sorry, that one should be 7 hours. And then from 3 to 3:30 is another 0.5. On Thursday, he went 8 to 4 again, so we already know that that's 8 hours. Friday, he went from 9 to 4:15, so 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. And then another 15 minutes, so 0.25. Be really careful that you don't put 7.15. 0.15 is not 15 minutes. And our last one is Saturday. He goes from 8:30 to 6:30, so 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. So that was a 10-hour shift. So now we're just going to add all those numbers together. 10 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, 8 plus 0.75 plus 0.5 plus 0.25. And in total, we should get 48.5 hours. So we're going to take 48.5 and times it by 19.99. And altogether, he made $969.52 this week. Okay, you work at a part-time warehouse technician and you get paid $12.76 per hour. You keep your own time card. How much did you make this week? So this time you have check-ins and check-outs. So for Monday you work from 7:45 to 9. So 7:45 to 8:45 is an hour, plus another 15 minutes is 1.25. In the afternoon you work from 5 to 7:45. So that's 5 to 6 to 7, so 2 hours, plus another 45, which is 0.75. So altogether, you worked 4 hours that day. You add them together. On Tuesday, you work from 4 to 8, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 4 hours, so you worked a total of 4 hours. Wednesday, you worked from 9 to 11, so 9 to 10 to 11 is 2 hours. So altogether, you worked 2 hours. Thursday, you worked 9 to 10 to 11, which is 2 hours. And then you worked another 3 to 5, which is 2 hours. So altogether, you worked 4. Friday, you worked from 3 to 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 hours. And Saturday, you worked 9 to 12. So 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 is 3 hours. So altogether, you take 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 is 20 hours. You take the hours for 20 and you multiply it by the hourly wage, which is $12.76, and you get 255.20 as his pay.